Engines roar like a lion's cry, dust and sparks beneath the sky. Fernando dreams, but luck won't stay. McLaren's kings rule the day. Catalunya burns, the wheels ignite. Since '91, it's a blazing fight. Monaco slept, a quiet ball, but Spain's heart beats forevermore. The circuit twists, the asphalt stings, crowds erupt as history claims. Fernando's tears, a bittersweet game, chasing shadows, chasing fame. Orange rockets, they own the track, leaving rivals in their smoky black. A Spanish sun sets low and red, the last lap whispers words unsaid. Catalunya burns, the wheels ignite. Since '91, it's a blazing fight. Monaco slept, a quiet ball, but Spain's heart beats forevermore. Grandstands cheer, a nation's pride. Through every turn, they stand beside. The flag still waves, a fiery hue. One last dance, we bid adieu. Catalunya burns, the wheels ignite. Since '91, it's a blazing fight. Monaco slept, a quiet ball, but Spain's heart beats forevermore. Catalunya burns, the wheels ignite. Since '91, it's a blazing fight. Monaco slept, a quiet ball, but Spain's heart beats forevermore. Spain's forevermore, forevermore.
Go, go, go.
Clear left, on your left, clear left.
Alright, here we go in Barcelona-Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. Unfortunately, it's going to be our last run at this track.
On your right,
They are
clear right.
getting it off the calendar. It's been on the calendar since 1991. First time it showed up in a video game that I know of is Grand Prix 1, which is actually shortly after it was brand new then.
Left side, clear left. On your left.
We're cosplaying as Yuki Tsunoda, starting from the back.
Hold your line.
He's done that recently, I think in Imola.
Car left,
He got up to P10.
clear left.
This track's gone through a couple of changes since it's been put on the grid.
Pit window is now open. Come on, stop fucking it up. E14.
Thanks, Jim.
Car right, clear right. Right side. Clear right.
The two main parts that they've changed is the back straight,
Okay, Jason.
which we'll be up to here in a minute. Actually, hopefully less than a minute. If we can get around these racing bulls.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Nice move, mate.
So in the 90s, there was a couple of medium to high speed corners back here. They were about a third gear back then. It'd be probably a sixth gear. Right here, there was a amounts to a high speed chicane. Which they straightened out. I don't remember what year. And up until recently, they took the MotoGP route, which has got a really bad chicane right before the last turn there. You can see it's still there. It wrecks the flow of this. It's
On your left. Still there. Clear left. Car left. Clear
in the
left.
sim, this just chews through tires like there's no tomorrow. All these long sweeping corners that are relatively high speed. I think with the track surface also just you just go through tires like there's no tomorrow. And with the new C6,
10th position. The gap's now 0.5.
I think we got in the sim, it's really hard on your left side tires because there's so many right-hand turns that are relatively high speed. I can already feel that the tires are going off.
Come on, let's put this hard work to good use. The lap time was at 1:20.03. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. The car in front of us is on
This corner just eats through tires, so we'll see if that's still the case this year. So we're only doing 12 laps here.
Right side. Clear right.
But we do have a mandatory pit stop. I wasn't going to do a pit stop, but I can't get through an entire video without needing tires, because while keeping them at a relatively high speed here. So we'll be switching on to mediums here in a minute.
Left side. Clear left.
Well done, Jackson. Good pass. Nice front.
Well, it looks like they're already jumping into the pits.
Car in front of us is there. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. When we exit the pits, we should be in P90. Just in.
Right side. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
As you can see,
Car right. Clear right.
That was 1:21.62. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.6.
yeah, come on, Jim.
Sector 3 is 0.46 off the pace.
This track can get pretty racy in the sim. We'll see if this year's... We'll see if this year, if they get this racy in real life. I like this track. I think it's a good one. Mr. V's Garage did a kind of pondering the question, why did we do preseason testing here? And he did a statistical analysis of all the tracks, see which is the most kind of typical.
Clear right.
Great crew is ready.
Getting a little
Nicely done.
feisty there. Not like Will Power did at Detroit recently.
The clerk ahead to pitting. Watch your speed. Alright, Jason. We expect there'll be no traffic on exit. We should come out into position 20. A few seconds behind them.
Oops. Help if I actually pulled into the pit stop.
We're done. Go, go.
It's a good track.
Get some heat into these brakes.
Kind of a legacy track. It's unfortunate it's going to be disappearing. So what happened last race at Monaco? Well, it was boring, as usual. They tried required 2 stops. Only 2 tire compounds required, but they just required that they added another. And of course the teams did exactly what you'd expect, and they tried to game the system to make that second pit stop irrelevant. They did that by driving slow.
You're really there. The gap is now 2.4 seconds.
And they were actually warned about it in the drivers' meeting, that if they were to cut the, especially the Nouvelle chicane, that there might be stiffer penalties than usual for.
He's pitting from P7. Expect him to come out a bit behind you.
That's exactly what George Russell did. He was stuck behind.
That's half distance. The fuel's okay. He's 16.
Car left. Hold your line.
I believe he was stuck behind Albon, and he just,
Your left.
on purpose, cut the chicane.
Jason, the next car is Automobilista.
And on the team radio,
Left side.
he said, "I'll take the penalty,"
On your left.
which they actually used his
Hold your line.
radio message against him in their decision. And they instead of giving him the 5 or a 10-second penalty, they actually gave him a drive-through penalty. It's equivalent to like 20 seconds.
Is pitting. Russell is now in the lead. Hamilton is pitting from position 4. You think he'll be close in front of you when he exits?
Oh. Got a little loose there. None of the head drivers are particularly pleased about driving at Monaco. It's just not.
Just done 21.14.
It's a technical challenge, but it's not. There's no racing there, which, when I watch racing for entertainment, I want to see racing.
Just decrease it. It's now 63 Fahrenheit.
Looks like somebody's got something going on up here. Saw some smoke. So what, Lando won again.
You're reeling. Hamilton in. The gap is 0.47. The lead.
On your right. Clear right.
Well, that was daring. Or stupid. Probably more stupid than anything else.
The car in front of us is Anton. Piastri is now leading. Fastest lap for Norris, 118.36. Push, push, push. We can catch this car. P7.
Car right. Clear right.
So this classic circuit, this kind of your typical
Right side.
Grand Prix circuit, is
Clear right.
probably going to be replaced by
Well done, Jason. Nice move, mate.
another one of these purpose-built street circuits in Madrid. I don't like it. Maybe we'll throw a demo lap for it. What else happened in the Monaco race? Not a lot. I didn't even talk about Imola either because I hate driving Monaco, so I decided not to.
Best lap of the session. Gap to P6. Ahead is now 0.5.
On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
All right, Jason. The next car is Leclerc. You've used half your fuel.
Yeah, Yuki crashed in qualifying at Imola. Started from the back and managed to get all the way up to P10, so that was pretty good for Imola. A track that's kind of not a lot of passing going on there. Although the one pass that did happen on lap 1 was where Verstappen went on the
P6. 2 laps remaining.
into the first chicane.
Pit window is closing.
DC acted like he'd never seen a car pass another one before. It was a good pass, but it was, he made it out like it was,
0.47.
nobody's ever made a pass like that before. But that's what's hamming it up a bit for, since he's a commentator or whatever, but
You're reeling Leclerc. The gap's now 0.14.
I can feel the tires have already started to get a little less than good. Oop, oop. Why did he slow down there? Didn't mean to rear end him, but
You've got some minor suspension damage there.
well, I can feel it.
Pit window is now closed. 1 more lap to go.
On your right.
Good, because we're no longer pointing in the right direction here.
0.27 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
Car left. Clear left.
How I messed up my suspension by tapping the back end of Leclerc, I don't know. Think that I would have broke my front wing first, but Sim's got a sim, I guess.
Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Sixth place. Okay, that's the finish. Well done, mate.
20th to 6, we'll take that.
Left side. Clear left.
I don't know if you can get it in the background, but the dog is freaking out because he saw a squirrel run in front of the window. So what am I looking to... I would like to see my boys up towards the front, you know, Carlos and Alonso.
On your left.
Alonso's done good here in the
Clear
past,
left.
but his last win was like in 2012 or something like that. And of course the Aston's driving like a garbage truck as of late. Sainz is doing pretty good. So is Albon. It's interesting to see. Whoa. Let's just drive her off into the gravel because I'm not paying attention. Too busy watching the dog over there. So overall, I like this track. I hope the racing is good, and I hope some of the midfield guys do good. You know, I want to see Alonso and Carlos and Yuki
Look out
doing
for the
well.
speed limit.
There we are. We ended up 6th. We'll see if Oscar pulls off a win like he did here. Next to Verstappen. Verstappen's done well here. So is Lewis Hamilton's also done really well here recently. So I hope you enjoy the race this weekend, and we'll see you next time. Alright, so here you go with the proposed Madrid track. Or at least the Assetto Corsa version of it. Full disclosure, I drove about 3 laps in a GT4 car, and then my warm-up lap for this, and that's about it. Definitely not a how-to. We're just going to drive around it real quick and just kind of get a feel for it. Ooh. Like I said, haven't driven the track at all. And of course I'm doing it without a track map or any racing line because, you know, I don't like those driver aids. This is supposed to be what's... Oh, this is that banked corner, I guess. It seemed more banked in the F1 video that they released of it, but I don't know if this is. I don't even know if this is the right version. Just to see if is this better or worse than what we currently have for the Spanish Grand Prix. Well, so far after about a couple laps, I could say it kind of feels like a mashup of Miami and like Mount Panorama. Mount Panorama because it's the walls are really close. There's like no runoff. And of course Miami because it is another parking lot racetrack. At least it feels like it. It's supposed to be built around some event gathering place. I don't know if it's a stadium or what it is, but which makes the scenery kind of boring. And of course there's the underpass thing. I'm on the wrong side of the track for that chicane. That chicane doesn't really do much. And we're on the wrong side. You can tell I haven't done this yet because keep approaching the corners on the wrong side of the track. We'll just say I'm practicing my defensive lines. I mean, it's fast. It's not the worst track I've ever driven. Once again, we're going into the corner on the wrong side. But it's also not particularly good. I'd much rather have the current track, the Barcelona-Catalunya. It is not as awkward or as dumb as the Miami. It's certainly better than, say, something like Jeddah. Yeah, I think it's a bad move. Just after driving it, I don't think it's going to be nearly as raceable. Except for your dive bomb spots, like right there. Or if that depends on how they bank that corner. If they have some progressive banking or something, so you could just kind of like hold it around the outside, or... I think the current track is much better than this. Once again, approach that one. And the cars we have out here are just a mishmash of random cars in Assetto Corsa. There's a Formula Ford. We got some GT cars out here too, just a random mishmash, just in case gives us something interesting to look at. And we approached this corner at the wrong side again. So overall, it's not the worst one of these street/parking lot races. I mean, it's potentially better than Miami. But there are much better street circuits out there. Like Long Beach. It is kind of funny, the official, I don't know who's, they showed a lap of this track, and it's a demo, and the guy who's driving it actually nearly bottled it. In one of the corners. It's like, if you're gonna... I mean, it's one thing for me to nearly bottle it, because I don't know what I'm doing here, but... One, I'm slow, and two, I've never driven the track, so... I'd rather have just a couple of minutes on here, so... Whereas the guy doing the demo is... When he... Yeah, almost bottles it around the corner, it's just... Like, come on, get at least put a clean lap together for the demo. I mean, I can't put a clean lap together to save my life around here, but I'm also not going to be featured on some sort of, you know, official video on this, so. It's a couple of okay corners. Nothing really standout-ish. I think this track is done by Nuke Drop. I do find his billboards to be amusing. Alright, let's pull him into the pit here. We'll call it a quick test here. So I'd prefer they stay where they are, but, you know, I'm sure there's monetary reasons why they're doing this, so hope you enjoyed the hot lap. We'll see you next time.